Welcome, everyone, to episode 429 of the Thumbstick Athletes Podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Well,
So, today's topic, surprisingly enough, is going to be about Fortnite Chapter 2. I played quite a bit of it and am loving it so far. But me and Eric played a little bit together. Will played a little bit earlier today, right, Will?
oh boy, did I ever.
So, that's going to be our main topic. As I said, not something we talk about that often on the podcast, but there's a first time for everything. We did have an episode of Fortnite. Gosh, was it like a year and a half ago now?
Was Jeff and
Yep,
Showtime?
Jeff and Showtime were on that one. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, I think they were pretty good too, if I remember.
yes, they were very good. It was a very good episode. We won't live up to that for this one, but it's me and
I
Eric
don't know
are
what
on.
that says about the podcast that's been going on for
Yeah.
I don't know, a
The,
decade
the
almost.
the hosts need guests to amplify them a little bit.
I don't know,
Um,
guys. You're in the presence of a champion.
That's true.
Oh my god,
But me and Eric are on on low sleep, so.
that's right.
But anyway, that's gonna be our main segment. Will, do you have anything you want to tease?
Man, I've just really been putting time into Persona 5, and I played a little bit of Destiny 2.
Uh-huh.
I think Destiny 2 might be one of the games that I pick up because I don't have a game that I just sit there and play when I have like a little bit of time, and I just want to play something simple. All the games that I play are just story games usually, and once I'm done, that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking for that game. So I'm played a little Destiny 2. I'm thinking of playing The Division, some Fortnite.
What are you playing Destiny 2 on?
Xbox right now.
Oh.
It's
Did you
free.
play?
Yeah, it's free. Like if you play everything up to the Shadow Keep DLC, I think is free right now.
Really?
Yeah. I
Is
could
it
be
like
wrong with that.
The free play day thing?
It's like the game is like all of the year one content is like free.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I figured why not? I downloaded it. I know some people who do play on Xbox, and I'm not on their level, so I kind of have some catch up to do.
hmm
So
Okay. Yeah, I have a copy of it on PC that I got, I think, from Humble Bundle maybe. I played probably an hour's worth, and that was it for then. But I hear you, Will, with the just needing a game to come back to,
mhm.
which is for me right now is going to be Fortnite. But Eric, do you yeah, Eric, do you have anything you want to tease? Later
No,
on in
that's the
episode?
only thing I played this week was when I played with you, Dan.
Oh, okay. Plus, you have to go after the main segment, right?
Oh, you know what? I did play. I did play NHL. I played the new NHL.
Uh-huh.
To be honest with you, there's really not
Oh,
anything remarkable about it to talk about.
yeah.
It's more of the same shit. Yeah, believe it or not. Um, I did only try one game mode though, so I don't know if I should say that, but
Okay.
uh, that's the only other thing I played.
Sounds good. So yeah, let's get into Fortnite. So I haven't really like understood what Fortnite was all about. But then they had to go ahead and shut the game down for 2 days and have this whole mysterious black hole thing. And they released, I believe it was on social media, they released like hints and clues as to what was going to happen with the thing, and were being very very coy with the details. And all of a sudden, something in me snapped, and I'm like, I have to play this. I cannot wait till it comes back. I'm going to play it as soon as I possibly can. I don't know what it is. Their marketing,
you.
they got me exactly. That's exactly right. Their marketing ploy worked. But yeah, I've played a decent amount. I mean, it's only been back for like what 3 days or something. I've played a decent amount, a little bit of solo, and then me and Eric played duos a couple nights ago. But Eric, I wanted to talk to you first about it because you played the most of the first chapter, I guess. And, played it quite a bit. Let's cover some differences first. I know a little bit about it, but
Yeah.
differences in chapter two. Obviously, the new map. If you can talk about the differences in the map a
Yeah,
little bit.
I pulled up the website just to kind of guide me through some of the differences to make sure I didn't miss anything. As far as the feel of it, and to be fair, I haven't played Fortnite in quite some time,
Mm-hmm.
so I could be a little off. But as far as the feel of it and like jumping back into it, it really didn't feel all that different. And
Still feels like Fortnite.
yeah, and although the map is a different map with new locations, 13 new locations to be exact. Um, I said in our group chat, and I don't know if you understood what I meant, but like when I was playing, it didn't feel like a new map to me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just didn't feel like there was anything like super remarkable about the areas. But to be fair, I only visited each of them about one time, so
Right.
it'll take me a little more time to get in there and kind of see what's in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, like the art style is similar. I feel like the locations, like they're similar enough, and you said it, similar enough so that it feels like Fortnite still.
Yes.
You
Yep.
know, and not radically different than what you had before, but different enough that people have to learn the new areas and stuff and ways around.
Yeah, and I asked Showtime, who's still been playing Fortnite pretty regularly, what he thought of it, and he said he was not thrilled with having to learn new places.
Uh huh.
And
Okay.
to me, as somebody who's been out for a while, like that was probably the thing I was most excited about,
Yeah.
you know? But I guess, if you're somebody who's playing a lot and like kind of has their routine down like we did back when I was playing all the time, we had our set areas we like to go to, now you got to kind of relearn that. But that's what I'm excited about
Yeah.
with it.
I think that freshens up the game a little bit.
Oh, I mean, for sure. I think it's a much needed change because I was completely out of it, like not interested at all. And I'm on the complete same boat as Dan. He might even be a little further in the hole than I am, or was. But the whole like mysterious thing that was going on with the game really drew me back into it.
Yeah.
I was really excited to play too and just kind of see what they had changed and all that sort of stuff. Um, yeah, so some of the other differences aside from the map, um, water is a little more interesting now, I guess you could say. The swimming mechanic has been added, and I really like that a lot because I specifically remember there was a time where Dan and I were kind of out in no man's land when we were playing a duos match, and we had to cross some water. And I know for sure in the last chapter, if it was the scenario we were in, we would have died because we would have got picked off in the water because you couldn't move very fast. But now with the swimming mechanic, you can go through the water pretty quickly, and we were able to escape.
Yeah.
And I really like that addition to it.
You're also a little bit hidden from a distance when you're just
Yeah.
swimming. If you're not, as long as you're not jumping out of the water, you can tell and you can get hit, but it's not as frequent. It's really hard. At least it was for me to this point to shoot someone when they were in the water.
Yeah. So I really like that. There's fishing, so you'll find when you're near water, you'll see like there's little areas in the water that you can tell are meant to be fished in. And I've only did it once, and I pulled a fish out of the water, and you can eat fish for health. But I think you can also find items in there.
Yep.
That's kind of what
Guns.
I'm led to understand. Um, so that's kind of cool. It does take a second to stop and do it. So kind of at your own risk. They added motorboats, which Dan and I used a couple of times. They're fun. Not something I would use all the time because it definitely draws attention.
Uh-huh.
They're loud, and when you jump out of them, they keep gliding. So if somebody sees that, they're gonna know somebody just jumped out of it. So, but again, it's a cool addition, just something a little bit different to do.
We mostly used them to stay ahead of the storm if we got behind.
Yep. That's really the only time I get in vehicles
Uh-huh.
is for storm beating purposes.
Yeah.
So they added some pretty cool stuff to, as they say, support your squad. There's a new bandage bazooka, so it's a big bazooka that shoots bandages, so you can heal your teammates from a distance with a bazooka. But the only key caveat to that is that it takes up 2 slots in your inventory.
Yeah, so you have to
I
be
personally-
dedicated to healing if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, for me, I don't feel like it's worth it. It's a cool idea. I like that you can heal them. It's almost like having a what's the word I'm looking for?
A
Like
medic?
if you're playing an MMO, yeah, like a medic or yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
that would probably be more effective if you had a squad of 4 that really worked together well to have someone be the pack mule for the healing bazooka. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be tough because the action happens so quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know if the game really lends itself too well to somebody just kind of keeping an eye on that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They'd probably be more useful in a
Right,
gunfight,
with the right weapons.
Yeah, I mean, I see what they're going for there, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a cool thing, but I don't think it's worth taking up 2 inventory slots.
Yeah.
Another new thing they added is that you can carry your teammates to safety, and you can also pick up and carry enemies, which is kind of cool. I don't. We didn't end up carrying one another at any point. I don't
No, we
believe.
didn't have the opportunity to use that at all.
There was one time I almost did with you. You got downed
Uh-huh.
right as the storm got on us,
Uh-huh.
but I had already started reviving you,
That's
and I
right.
thought about stopping, but because I hadn't done it before, I wasn't sure if it slowed the movement down.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the reason I didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
But it would be. I'm assuming it's probably good in that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
I did see another team. I think another team picked me up and took me a little closer and then dropped me and killed me.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Take you to
really-
safety before blasting you.
Exactly. Yeah, took me behind a wall or something. There are new group emotes, which nothing I'm super interested in. New hideouts, so you can hide out in haystacks and dumpsters. I jumped in a dumpster to try it. I didn't see anybody, so I don't know. I don't know what if people right now are even focusing on that sort of stuff and kind of shooting at dumpsters as they're going by them or haystacks or anything like that. But I'm sure that will kind of work itself into the game a little more as people are playing it. There are explosive gas tanks and barrels in the map, which is new. Did you do any hiding in any of the new stuff, Dan?
The only hiding I did when I did solos was a bush. The game I finished second, I was actually hiding in a bush when the circle was really small. Two guys were fighting it out, and I waited till one of them killed them, and then I got gunned down by a grenade or a rocket rather. But yeah, none of the new things yet.
One of the changes, and maybe this was already done later on in chapter 1, I don't know, but it's new to me, is the larger bushes to hide in, so you can hide as a team, which I think is pretty cool, so you don't have to all run around and try to find your own, which was kind of cool in its own right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it became a competition between your team to see who could find the best bush to hide in. But I do like the larger bushes to hide in. They say they've upgraded combat. I don't know exactly how, but did you run into a bench to upgrade a weapon?
Yes, a couple times.
Did you do it?
No, I never had enough materials to do it.
Okay, that was my question. I wasn't sure if it's a crazy amount of materials that you need to do it, or
I know I believe to upgrade from green to blue weapons, it's 150 of each material. And it scales up as you go, depending on how high you want to upgrade your weapons. Okay. So I really never had that many of all the materials, so I never got the opportunity to do so.
Taking the time to do that, but I guess it's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's really the biggest changes that they've made. Is there anything else that you guys have heard about or seen?
Yeah, there was one thing because I've been kind of immersing myself in the game. I've been watching Ninja's stream, who that's his game that he's extremely good at, and I'm jealous, but trying to get the sense of what he sees different. He said the terrain, there's more hilly and mountainous terrain than in the previous map. That's what he seemed to notice.
Now that you say that, I kind of would agree with that.
Okay. One thing he talked about too was the bots, and I know the bots ended up getting put in towards the end of chapter 1.
Yes.
And he like me viewed that as a good thing ultimately for the game. You could kind of tell which was a bot. They weren't particularly effective. A lot of times they would run around not really knowing what they were doing. But his argument and mine too, and one of the things I liked about going back into the game is, if you run you kill a couple bots in a match at the beginning, get feeling good about yourself and not get immediate. Yeah, exactly, and not immediately get knocked out of the game if you don't play that often. It's right. I personally love that. Love that change.
It's like a quarterback coming out on the West Coast offense in the first quarter, hitting those first few passes.
Exactly. Getting in the rhythm of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to be playing against a bot like in the final 5. So
no, but it's funny because players have been trying to get a bot to win the game, So they've been like kind of protecting the bots, and then trying to kill off the last person and then getting killed by the bot. I haven't watched any of that, but I'm going to check it out at some point because I think
Didn't
that's
they
hilarious.
just blow themselves up?
Yeah, however they ended up doing it, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone's gotten that far yet. So I'd love to see when that happens. But it's also improves matchmaking times. Apparently by 20 to 30 seconds.
No doubt about it. I can definitely attest to that, and I love the change they made. And again, I don't know if this was in chapter 1 or towards the end, but the change they made where you don't have to go back to like that loading screen with the whole team. You can just hit next match right there at the end of the match when you die, and just jump right into another one. That is such a good quality of life change that they made.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, I remember that when we played about a year ago, Will, with Johnny, and yeah, I remember that taking a few minutes between each match. Now it's 30 seconds, maybe a minute tops, if it takes a little bit longer to load. So that is a big change. So
yeah, when I booted it up, like I had to watch that cinematic or whatever.
Yeah.
And like right when that ended, I was free falling into a match.
Right into the game, yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, like I'm playing already. Okay.
Yeah, that happened to me because I was curious about playing it on the Switch. So before I could play it on my computer, which is my preferred way, I booted up the Switch, installed it, connected my account and stuff, and went through the opening cinematic. And it was because I just wanted to see what was up, with the new stuff. And yeah, I was thrown into a match, and it was ugly. Even with the motion aiming of the Switch, I just cannot aim with the controller for the life of me. It was embarrassing. I did get a kill, but I didn't know at the time, but I'm pretty sure it was a bot that I killed. But it's fine.
Nice.
So, yeah, but for me, like I said, really what drew me in was the whole PR stunt that they pulled with closing down the game for a couple days, and like I said, coming back into it, and being able to go into a match and kill a few bots, and I've actually done fairly well. I've had a 3rd place finish in solos, and I had a 2nd place finish in solos. Will, you want to talk about your experience real quick?
Yeah, I booted it up, played one game and won. I've never won a Fortnite match solo in my life.
Ever. And that was it, huh?
I only played like 6-7 times total, like in chapter 1. And we're doing the episode, and I was like, oh, all right, I'll play a round of chapter 2. And I won, so I screenshotted it and sent it to you guys, and I'm never playing again.
Done. You're retired, are you?
Yeah. My one friend, I sent it to one of my friends, and he said, there's bots in there now. And I said, I might have killed a bot or two, but like I beat that final guy legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if there's bots.
Usually the last 10 or 15 people aren't bots. The bots are pretty much all eliminated at that point. So you're fighting people at that point,
Yeah. I'm very surprised that I won a Fortnite match because I never thought I would. Because I'm not that good. So I literally couldn't build. Like I was not like aware enough to try to build anything. I had people building around me, and I was like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's tough when you get up against somebody like that because I can't either.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that a little bit. But watching the professional players streaming, that play at a high level, it's unbelievable what they can do. Because not only do they like build and stuff, but they time everything so that when it's at a certain point, like they'll be building a metal wall or whatever, and they'll somehow switch it so that it's one with a window in it. So that if they have someone trapped one room over, they can and they time it so that immediately when it goes up, they start shooting. And it's only a split second where they even shoot through the window before. It's crazy. I'm like, oh my god. I don't know how you guys do that, but
I can't do that at all.
Yeah.
So Dan, we played fairly well when we jumped in the other night. In our duos, we got 2 third place finishes. That was the best we did. But I thought overall, for 2 guys who, you haven't played much at all,
no,
and I haven't
barely
played in quite some time.
Yeah.
I thought we played pretty well.
Yeah, I agree. And again, we probably killed a couple bots, but towards the end, you get people that you're fighting.
Sure.
I picked up a couple tips actually. I don't know if I told you this, Eric or Will, but I bought Ninja Has a Book, that I bought.
I
and
heard you talking about that.
yeah, and it's got tips on how to like improve your shooter stuff. And one of the things that I was doing wrong is I had my mouse set so that it was, I believe it's high DPI, so that it moves really fast. When I wanted it to be slow, so you can aim better and you just move it more, with your hands, so your aim is a lot more precise. I think that helped me a ton. And also watching it being played online, I would never like take shots from far away with like an assault rifle or whatever, but you can hit those shots if you're careful and aim well enough. Especially with the supposedly mid-range weapons. I was never good with the sniper rifle, because the sniper rifle has bullet drop and travel time, whereas the other weapons don't really. I don't think at all, right? I don't think any of them have travel time.
I don't think so. No.
I think the sniper rifle is the only one. But I learned that you can hit people from a greater distance. Even with like an SMG and stuff, you can hit people, fairly far away.
Yeah.
So that also helped.
Nice.
Yeah. But you definitely have to work on the building, because
Yeah.
I've even keyed, like, it's easier to key the building to your mouse, so you just, you don't need to mess around with buttons and stuff. And I still, like, I'm trained from my random shooter days to just take cover as soon as you're getting shot at, not build your own cover. That's still a very foreign concept to me.
Yeah.
But I'll get the hang of it eventually.
So you think you're going to keep playing?
Oh, I'm definitely going to keep playing. I bought the battle pass. I think I hit level 8. I think I hit level 8 today.
Yeah, I'm going to get the battle pass too.
Is this my brother that I'm
I know. It's weird, right?
What a day. What a day to be alive.
I was reading your conversations the last 2 days, and I'm just like, who
is this person?
Who is Dan?
Well, I'm going to tell you. So I did a Fortnite video for Rated G Games, and Max was watching, and of course he knows about Fortnite. But I think we're gonna play Fortnite together tomorrow.
Here it goes.
I was hoping you're gonna say he was disappointed.
No,
he was at first, but as he was watching it, because he, like me, he like hates stuff that's popular just because it's popular. I was always like that as a kid too, so I'm proud to see that he's following in the same path. But as he watched it and got more interested, he's like, I kind of want to try it. So probably tomorrow night I'll have him play on his Switch, and I'll play on my computer, and I'll kind of show him the ropes a little bit.
Yeah.
And then once the twins get older, we'll have a full squad.
Full squad, yeah.
That's right. I don't know if my daughter will be into it. She likes Mario Kart.
They'll probably kick you out, Dan. She'll get in there too, and they'll kick your old ass.
That's exactly right. I'll be the old man that's holding the team back. That's when I'll become their manager.
Splinter.
I'll be the manager. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's when I'll become the team manager.
Oh man, that's good.
So yeah, he's far better than me at Breath of the Wild. So it's probably gonna take him no time to get decent at it.
Yeah, my nephew is better than me at Fortnite. He's like 10.
Yeah.
Or 11.
Yep.
It's embarrassing.
But look at it this way: it's probably all he does in his spare time.
Oh no, it's definitely all he does in his spare time.
That age group, that's all they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I want to check and I took notes. I want to see if I have anything else. Will, are you gonna play more Fork Knife?
Not solo. I'll play duo or
in some groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Tim, our friend Tim, I told him about it, and he downloaded it and played it a little bit, so he might be up for some Fork Knife.
And I know Corey's buddy Shane, he's a player as well.
Yep. We got to get Corey to play.
My buddy Vito, he could play. He's really good.
Okay.
He could carry us to victory.
Oh, another thing I want to talk about too is the importance of cross-platform play here. Because there's no way I would ever play this on Xbox. I know you can use keyboard and mouse, but I don't know to what extent you can customize stuff. So, right. I like being able to customize everything to minute detail. So being able to cross-platform play, although we did have trouble getting the cross-platform chat working, Eric. We ended up having to use the Xbox One chat interface.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what was going on there. I had started a party chat, and then I think that kind of screwed everything up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It was fine using the Xbox One.
Oh,
I didn't really care as long as it worked.
That's honestly what I've always done.
Okay.
Is the Xbox chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can keep doing that. It's easy enough to
Yeah.
work. I don't want to fight with the stupid cross-platform stuff.
Me either. Me.
But yeah, I've had a blast so far. I'll definitely be playing more. I am itching to get that first solo victory. I've been close. I played a game this afternoon before I went to pick up the kids from school. My mother-in-law was watching the twins, so I snuck down here to play around a Fortnite, and I got second. But boy, when it became the final 5, and I took out the 5th person, I think I might have taken out the 4th person, and I was hiding, and just how small the circle was, and I didn't, you tense up because I didn't see where the other people were. And then I saw someone peeking around a bridge, but I didn't have any weapons that were good enough to hit him from a distance and give away my location. So, I started to get nervous, and I let the other guys fight it out. But then, as I said, I got hit by a rocket when I was charging the last guy.
A lot of times, that's what it comes down to. If somebody's got like a rocket launcher on there, or if they're really good with a sniper.
Yeah, I get overly aggressive too when people start building. I usually try to rush in and sneak around the side, and because I can't do the building. So, but yeah, it's a blast.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Well, I've been keeping an eye on the Montreal game. A little side note here, because I just got my second shutout of the week.
Wow, I'm glad I'm not playing you this week.
Yes. Anywho.
All right. Any other thoughts on Fortnite?
No, I'm looking forward to playing more, Dan.
Yeah.
I'd like to get the 4 of us together at some point.
Absolutely.
But if we can't scrounge Corey up, I can definitely find somebody.
Okay.
To come and play with us. But I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely back on my radar, which is fun.
Yeah. Agreed. Oh, one thing I did want to say too is I'm not much into the competitive games, but even I get like a competitive streak. And when you get a kill in Fortnite, especially when it's another player, there's something about it, and because the only game I got the same feeling is playing Guild Wars 2, when you would do the death blow to someone that you had downed. It's just so satisfying to beat someone, one-on-one or however it ends up working.
Oh, dude. The end kill though to get the victory. Oh, it's the ultimate.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more. So,
have you gotten a win in squads before?
Yes, we did with no, it wasn't 4. It was teams. I think it was teams of 20 maybe that we got a team win.
One of the side.
Yeah, side modes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I've got work to do. That's for sure.
We'll get some W's.
Yeah. Just follow me around. I'll get you some wins.
Apparently. How many kills did you have, Will?
3.
Okay. All right. Well, I suppose I will take my leave.
Yep.
And go to bed.
Sounds good, Eric. Thanks for joining us. I will see you in Forkknife.
Alrighty.
Take
Eric,
it easy.
if you need a good nap time thing to watch this football game.
Oh, is it bad?
Yeah, Mahomes got hurt, so it's Joe Flacco versus Matt Moore.
Oh, jeez.
It's a weenie fest. Alrighty.
All right, take it easy.
See ya.
All right, Will, Nibblebits, while I fix this window here.
Ooh, I've got a couple, actually. First and foremost, Divinity Fallen Heroes, Dan. I don't know if you remember this game, but it got announced at... Oh, when did it get announced? It might have been E3, but it's developed by Larian, and it's their tactics version of Divinity, and they just canceled it a month before it was supposed to come out. So,
did they cancel it? I thought it got put on hiatus while they were working on.
I guess shelved is the better word to use, but They're focusing more of their attention on their other Divinity games, and Baldur's Gate 3
Yep.
is kind of what they're working towards, mainly being Baldur's Gate 3 because
Yep.
that's what they've been. That's the new announcement that they put out recently. So I was kind of bummed to see Fallen Heroes kind of be put on the back burner for right now. If you put tactics game in there, I am generally going to be interested in it. So
Yeah, and they of all developers would do it the right way too, which I like.
100%. So there is that. The Outer Worlds, Dan, which comes out in
In a week.
about a week, is going to have a very big day one update. It's going to be about 18 gigabytes. They're weighs in at 38 gigabytes on Xbox and 18 on PS4. So
Okay.
pretty big, but I don't really care about day one updates. I think that used to be a thing people cared about, but I don't think people care anymore.
It's pretty much expected at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like, the games are so big and the discs can't handle as much of the game anymore, so, like, yeah, why not? Whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody has internet now.
It's fine.
So there's that. Next, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is also going to be out in a week, will have free maps and no loot boxes. So they're going to be doing a battle pass system similar to Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Rocket League, so on and so forth. They're going to be doing that along with giving you free map updates, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. They're also not going to launch the battle pass system at launch for the game. I guess they're kind of reevaluating how they're doing microtransactions because the Black Ops 4 microtransactions were very, very unpopular, and even I think it was Jason Schreier did a article about the Black Ops 4 development, and a lot of the developers weren't happy with them having to do those microtransactions. Okay. So it kind of seems like Activision heard that. Who knows if they come up with something equally as skeezy?
That does happen.
Yeah, they're just figuring out how they can reformat it. So there is that. I'm pretty pumped for the new Call of Duty too. So
a lot of people are.
And we got new Pokemon Sword and Shield news, and for the first time, I have a complaint.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
So they showed off the Gigantamax forms for the new Pokemon, which
yes,
is kind of a few.
I saw some of them, but go ahead.
So the ones they showed off, Dan, are gonna be Pikachu, Charizard, Eevee, Meowth. They showed off Butterfree, which I'm fine with. But for the love of God, can we stop getting Generation 1? So we don't need another form of Charizard.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. Gen 1 is one of my least favorite generations at this point. It's so played out. It's annoying. I don't need to see more Charizard and Pikachu. There's other Pokemon that they can market and work with. It's just like...
I think, too, the problem with the Gen 1 stuff, too, is we got all Gen 1 in Pokemon Let's Go. And then Pokemon Go, for the longest time, only had Gen 1 Pokemon. So
exactly.
I understand. I understand your pain.
I just look at, like, some of the popular Gen 2, Gen 4, like, Pokemon, like, they get no love, and, like, they should, because I think some of the best designs come from Generation 2, 3, 4, and it's just, like, I'm had it with seeing Generation 1. Like, it puts me off to the game a little bit. It's not going to ever, like, make me not want to get it, but it's just, like, Meowth gets a evolution. Like, no one really likes Meowth that much. Come on.
I don't care for Meowth.
Like, yeah, I guess I can see Pikachu, Eevee, and unfortunately Charizard, because everybody has a hard-on for Charizard for whatever reason. It was cool to see Butterfree get a new form. That was kind of cool, because Butterfree, I feel like, gets no love, and it's actually one of my favorite bug Pokemon in the games, like in all of the games, so I was like, that's pretty cool.
It's kind of surprising, too, because Butterfree, at least in the original Pokemon anime, was a big part of Ash's team.
Yeah.
You know?
I will never forget when Ash gave away Butterfree, let Butterfree go free. That was one of those moments that a lot of people remember from the anime. And I've always really liked Butterfree, so I was pumped to see that. And some of the Gigantamax forms look cool. Like the Charizard form looks cool, but just like I've really honestly had it with all the Generation 1 love. And like I said, I know it makes them money and I get that, but there's 800 Pokemon. Can we get something interesting? I'm just kind of hoping that, because they cut Mega Evolutions, but they're doing the Galarian of like forms of older Pokemon. I know Zigzagoon is one of them, so that's a Gen 3, so I'm hoping we get some more Gen 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like Galarian forms, because that would make me happy. And they're just not showing them off because they're not as marketable as Generation 1. But that's
Sure.
my little rant. I was kind of peeved when I saw that and was really disappointed.
Yeah, understandable.
But that's it for my nibble bits.
Okay. I got a couple small, well, one's a big story, the other's a small nibble bit, but some more information or some more I don't know, stuff that happened with the whole Blizzard thing. So Blizzard, we talked about Blitzchung and his getting banned and getting his prize money taken away. Since Blizzard has come out, they gave him his prize money because they said he earned his prize money fair and square, which we talked about. I think we talked about this last week. We talked about that. I really felt that was highly unfair that they would take his prize money away. So they did give that back to him. They also lessened his ban from 1 year to 6 months. So I think they realized they kind of were heavy-handed, which is also what we said last week. But there's since been another banning. A college team got banned for having pro Hong Kong stuff that they said in their on an official broadcast. But I honestly feel like Blizzard's taking a little too much heat for this.
Yeah.
I think they mishandled the Blitzchung situation, as I said, but I feel like they've since rectified that. The team that got banned for they don't want any kind of political stuff either side of anything. They want everyone to feel welcome at their official events. They want their official events to be about the game. That's literally it. They don't, which I understand. I also get annoyed with everything being political all the time everywhere. It's really annoying, and it makes me not want to watch stuff like that. You hear it enough in your everyday life. You don't need. I don't want it in my video games, especially. Not. I don't mean in messages in political messages in games that I'm playing, but it's just annoying. But they put out a full statement. I should probably just read this whole thing. It's not super long. But it said, "Hello, Blizzard community. This is from where was it? What's the guy's name? It's the president of Blizzard.
Oh, what's his lips?
Brack. Dang it.
Can't think of it.
J. Allen Brack.
Yeah.
So he said, let's see where. Okay, hello Blizzard community. I want to take a few minutes to talk to all of you about the Hearthstone Grandmasters tournament this past weekend. On Monday, we made the decision to take action against a player named Blitzchung and 2 shoutcasters after the player shared his views on what's happening in Hong Kong on our official broadcast channel. At Blizzard, our vision is to bring the world together through epic entertainment, and we have core values that apply here. Think globally, lead responsibly. More importantly, every voice matters, encouraging everybody to share their point of view. The actions that we took over the weekend are causing people to question if we are still committed to those values. We absolutely are, and I'll explain. Our esports programs are an expression of our vision and our values. Esports exist to create opportunities for players from around the world, from different cultures and from different backgrounds, to come together and compete and share their passion for gaming. It is extremely important to us to protect these channels and the purpose they serve, to bring the world together through epic entertainment, celebrate our players, and build diverse and inclusive communities. As to how those values apply in this case, first, our official esports tournament broadcast was used as a platform for a winner of this event to share his views with the world. We interview competitors who are at the top of their craft to share how they feel. We want to experience that moment with them. Hearing their excitement is a powerful way to bring us together. Over the weekend, Blitzchung used his segment. Excuse me, I got a cough.
Oh boy.
Tickle in the throat. Over the weekend, Blitzchung used his segment to make a statement about the situation in Hong Kong in violation of rules he acknowledged and understood. And this is why we took action. Every voice matters. We strongly encourage everyone in our community to share their viewpoints in the many places available to express themselves. However, the official broadcast needs to be about the tournament and to be a place where all are welcome. In support of that, we want to keep the official channels focused on the game. Second, what is the role of shoutcasters for these broadcasts? We hire shoutcasters to amplify the excitement of the game, that elevate the watchability, and help the esports viewing experience stay focused on the tournaments and our amazing players. Third, were our actions based on the content of the message? Part of thinking globally, leading responsibly, and every voice matters is recognizing that we have players and fans in almost every country in the world. Our goal is to help players connect in areas of commonality, like their passion for our games, and create a sense of shared community. The specific views expressed by Blitzchung were not a factor in the decision we made. I want to be clear, our relationships in China had no influence on our decision. We have these rules to keep the focus on the game and on the tournament to the benefit of a global audience, and that was the only consideration in the actions we took. I don't know if I'm going to read all of this.
I have some thoughts.
If this had been an opposing viewpoint delivered in the same divisive and deliberate way, we would have felt and acted the same. Okay, what could Blizzard have done better? So he goes on to say that what I talked about with them not or being heavy-handed with their punishments of the previous, but as I said, they've since rescinded that. But again, he reiterates that they know these rules and agreed to them before they even went in the tournament. So may the punishment fit the crime, I guess, you know.
Yeah, I have more of an issue with them banning an esports team for taking a stance.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like you don't win either way that you make the state, like, whatever Blizzard did. You know what I mean? So, like, why bother? Like, if they're not causing an issue, why ban an entire team?
The problem is the way they look at it, you know, there's people who think differently about the whole Hong Kong situation than the team that's supporting Hong Kong, you know. They have plenty of fans in China who would probably be offended by that and maybe not want to watch it. So they just don't want that there, period. And they have to be
that sensitive as a human race that like we need to be upset over?
No, but I mean, you know how things go. Like, you say the wrong thing and people want you shut down. So
well, and that's the problem with the culture.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Just in general.
So like, they don't want any part of that. They just no political messages whatsoever. If you can't agree to that, then you can't be a part of our tournaments.
Yeah, okay. I do get that. I guess my problem is just more with like how people are in general. I guess it's not Blizzard. Blizzard's just protecting themselves from there being an issue.
Yeah.
Which I guess by doing this, they're also an issue.
Yeah. Well, exactly. They can't win either way. You know, if they allowed that, like I said, they're going to upset a portion of the Chinese population. If they ban, if they ban people for whatever. If they ban the team, they're upsetting other people. You know, it's a no-win situation, really.
Dan, do you stand for Hong Kong?
I have no idea. I barely know what it's all about. I don't know.
My mom was explaining a little bit of it to me the other day because I was like, "Yeah, what is this? I don't even know."
Yeah, I try to not follow that stuff. I mean, I know it's important, but I there's only so much I can put my attention into. I have 4 kids, and I try to keep them fed and happy and healthy and keep our house somewhat clean. I don't have time for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, same here. I'm working 2 jobs and trying to manage a fantasy football team. I don't have I don't have time for this.
Not just that, but I don't care about anyone's opinions on things. It's annoying.
Yeah, any political opinion, I just delightfully say, I see where you're coming from, but I don't care.
Yeah, I always, even if people I agree with, I just don't want to hear it. Just get away from me.
It's too divisive.
Well, like I said, I mean, even if people I agree with, I just don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
That was that. So that's still a big thing. Someone was giving Mike Fahey a hard time on Twitter because he was playing Overwatch on his Switch because he had to try it for work, which is again the problem. He made a snarky comment about, so we're okay with Blizzard again. Don't do that. Don't be an idiot. Leave Mike Fahey alone, especially.
I hope that person was saying that just like to be funny.
I don't think they were.
But they probably weren't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. So just mind your own business. God. Anyway, so my other nibble bit is actually it's a positive one. And it's that there are now 2,500 free games to play, MS-DOS games that got put somewhere. Dang it, I had this called up. I'll actually tweet out a link to this too because this is good stuff here. So the best free. This is from Lifehacker. By David Murphy. The best free MS-DOS games are now available from the Internet Archive. So there's 2,500. The website is. Well, there's a lot of great games on here too. Some of which I knew, but you don't. You just have to play them in a browser. You don't need to download anything. It plays in a DOS box right inside the browser. Oh, Elder Scrolls Daggerfall is one of them.
Oh wow!
So you could go and play one of the old Elder Scrolls games. But there's some good stuff on there. So I will tweet it out. Check it out. Otherwise, you can follow the links on our Twitter feed, in our for Nibblebits. So if you want to go there and do that, you certainly can. So, how was your week? Well,
Pretty good. Trying to think. Picked up a second job. I am working at Whiteman's again.
oh,
In the cheese shop, so I'm going to be working 60 hours a week now, maybe 70.
I don't miss those days.
Yeah, I actually meant to tell you, Dan, I'm going to be working like 12 to 8:30 on Thursday, so right when I get out, we can record, because by the time I get home, it'll be 9. So
Okay. Yeah,
I
perfect.
kept that the same.
So I like Thursdays. I like Thursdays a lot better. We always seem to have a lot more people in chat on Thursdays too.
100%. And I told my other job, Dos Rios, I was like, hey, like I picked up a second job. I can't work Thursdays anymore. So and that's like the only day of availability I don't have there. So
yeah.
I kind of was able to sneak in recording on Thursday. So I should be good to record for the rest. I don't know until I move. But
Right. Then you'll have to figure out your new schedule, right?
yeah, which actually I guess I can say, I don't think I've said it on podcast yet, but I'm going to be moving to Connecticut after Christmas. So that's going to be coming up. Johnny actually gets up there today
Awesome.
at some point, and he starts working up there the 21st. So I know he's very sad to be leaving his family and his girlfriend down in Florida, but he's going to be going to a cool area. So I'm excited to see
Not
how
just
he likes it.
not just that, but the weather.
Yeah.
That's awful.
He actually does not mind the northern weather.
Okay, see, I hate it. So
his mom and him don't mind the northern, or no, him and his dad don't mind the northern weather, but the mom and the brother don't miss this. So
okay.
yeah, we're going through like this crazy rain season right now.
Yeah.
Like it's raining almost every day. So
And 40 degrees.
In 40 degrees, we haven't had nice weather at all, but yeah, so I'm going to be moving to Connecticut December 27th is kind of when I decided. So I'm trying to save up as much money as I can. The only things I'm buying the rest of the year are Call of Duty and then Pokemon. I decided against a little Town Hero because the reviews weren't stellar.
Yeah.
For it.
That'll be on sale before you know it. It'll be
exactly.
cheap.
I'd rather pay $15 for that. So, yeah, I'm trying to. It's funny trying to like think of all the things that I'm gonna need to move. Like I need to buy a new bed. Like I need to bring furniture, so on and so forth. So, the good thing is it's only gonna be 3 hours away.
Oh, nice.
So it's not gonna be too far from here, where we're recording currently. So we're gonna be opening a Connecticut branch pretty soon.
Yeah, and pretty soon we're gonna be out of Binghamton entirely because I'm gonna get my family out of here as soon as we can. So.
You're going down south, though, right?
Yeah, we're south. I do not want to stay in the Northeast.
There is potential that it's a Florida branch in December, because if Johnny doesn't stay in Connecticut for whatever reason.
Oh, I would much rather move to Florida.
I don't think I could do Florida year-round.
Yeah, I know it gets really hot there in the summer.
Yeah, it's not fun there during the summertime. It's fine during winter, but when it's 110, it's just not fun. The north is more my speed because I love the fall. Like I love summertime. The city, like where I'm gonna be moving to, like is on a harbor, so like you get the nice water there. It's gonna be cool. 40-minute train ride to New York City.
Nice.
So I'm very excited for that. I lived not home when I was 16 when I started working at the golf course, but that was it.
Yeah.
Haven't since. So
you stayed a summer with your brother.
Yeah, with Corey. Me and Corey roughed it for a summer. That was the year we started a podcast, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Jake says just an air mattress. I can't do that. My goal is save enough money that I don't have to jump right into a job. Like I want to take a week and a half to like explore, and enough money that I can furnish myself comfortably, because I'm a bed snob. I can't really sleep on the couch or an air mattress. I like to be comfortable because I value sleep a lot.
We get our mattresses from Amazon. They're pretty cheap. If you're looking for like a twin, it's like $120 for a twin mattress, and they're super comfortable.
So one of my friends, his brother told me to check Wayfair because he got a memory foam queen size bed for like $300.
Uh-huh.
So I'm scouting on Wayfair too for that. So I'm looking, but I can't really buy anything until we get a place, and he's not gonna get a place until after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So that's when I'll know more of how it's gonna go.
Uh-huh.
So
nice.
And Connecticut's a little more expensive, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna definitely have to not dilly-dally too long with not having a job, because I don't want to be in a bad spot early.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So yeah, that's really it for me. Just been working so much recently, so.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have much to talk about other than Extra Life. I put up our Extra Life donation stuff. I have one on Twitter and on our Twitch feed. So feel free to if you want to start donating. We are going to we'll read off all the donations as we get them. I set it up so that I get a text message whenever we get donations. So any donations that we get beforehand, I will say I'll probably tweet out or whatever a time when we'll read off the donations that we get prior to when we start our stream. But we set a lofty goal of $2,000 together as a team. We've raised over $1,000 before. But I really wanted to spend more time promoting this on social media than we have in the past. So we'd really like to get to $2,000. So I mean, even if you can't donate, just share our stuff. Obviously, our Twitch channel is twitch.tv/thumbstickathletes. Our Twitter feed is at TSAthletes. Both of those you can find the donation thing from. I'll probably put something up on Facebook, even though I haven't really used our Facebook much. I don't know to what extent you can post links on Instagram. I think Instagram's kind of anti-link unless you reach a certain follower threshold, which I think is like 10,000 or something. So I don't know if I'll put any links there, but I will put information on our Instagram feed too. Yeah, and at the very least, join us. It's November 2nd, which is a Saturday. Me and Corey are starting at 5 a.m. I think we're going to carry the lion's share of the time, and Will and Eric are going to come in as they can. So
yeah, I'll be in probably at night.
Yep. So it's gonna be a fun time. I've always enjoyed doing that in the past. It's the first time we're also going to be doing it all together. In the past, we've split up days. I know you and Corey have done joint streams before. I think I've always done my own separate one, but I think it makes more sense to do it all together on the day.
Yeah.
So I think that's all I have. I don't have anything else to talk about that I can think of. Yeah. Let's move on, shall we?
Sure.
Will, what have you been playing?
Do you want me to start with Destiny or Persona?
Start with Persona, because you covered that a little bit last week. Let's hear your thoughts.
So I'm at 70 hours played.
Nice.
Nearing the end.
Wow.
Kind of. Man, I'll tell you what. That game, I was talking with Reefer today about it. That game is something else. It's a lot of fun. I just love how the game is structured so much. Like, it's so long that I want to talk about everything, but I can't because it would spoil things. And I think, Dan, you, out of everyone on this podcast, would love it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're like me. You like that social aspect to the games
Yeah.
that they add in where you can, like, raise your skills, like, raise relationship levels with people and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, like...
That's what I loved about Fire Emblem.
Exactly.
So.
And I thought about you while I was playing. I was like, Dan would adore this game because you actually wanted me to play it first out of all of the games because you thought that this game was going to be the one that you would want to play the most out of all the exclusives.
Definitely.
So, Yeah, I'm loving it. There's just so much you can do in the game, and that's what I love about it. Like going through, like I'm on Palace 6, I think, ish,
Okay.
5, 6. I think I'm on Palace 5, and like I loved the first Palace. 2 and 3 were okay, and then 4 and 5 like are really cool. Like just like the storylines behind it, and like you see like how the characters, like how they're tied to these people who you're doing these palaces for. If you played the game, and you would understand what I mean by the palaces and all that. But just like a lot of the storytelling is really cool. And I was actually talking with Reefer today, and he told me about Persona 5 Royal is coming out, and
Yep.
it's going to be Persona 5, but they added more content. There's going to be like a new character, a couple of new palaces, some new confidants that you can have, different characters. It adds like another like semester to the game, which is really cool. So like I am really excited to play it. It actually comes out this month in Japan,
Oh,
the 31st, but it'll be coming out I think quarter 1 or 2 of 2020 here. So that's a game that I'm going to definitely be getting because I love this game. It's so much fun.
nice.
It's the only thing that I've really been able to play.
Okay.
Uh, all of my free time I've gone into it, and part of it's because I want to try and have it beat by the time like Call of Duty, Pokemon, and
Sure.
that stuff comes out, and I have to get Link's Awakening. Got to play through that too. So I've been kind of like just when I have time, or when if I have an off day, I just sit here and play it. So
Very nice.
there's. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the one thing that's struck me the most about the game is how cool the menus look, like when you're fighting
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just really awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's got a different look from your typical
Yeah.
RPG. It's like a little, I don't want to say like punky, but it's like a little bit more stylized on how the
Yep.
menus work and how the personas interact and stuff like that.
That's a
So
great way to put it. Stylized.
yeah, it's a very stylized game, and Joker is such a cool character. Like him being in Smash, I have more of an appreciation for that now. Like I thought he was a cool character to be in Smash to begin with, but like having played so much Persona 5,
Mm-hmm.
like man, Joker is the man.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely loving Persona 5. So my quest of finishing all the PS4 exclusives is going well. I just have like Bloodborne and Spider-Man left, really. I think are the other two. And Detroit Human, or To Become Human.
That's
whatever.
not super long, luckily. I think that's only like 5 or 6 hours, isn't it?
I don't know how long it is, to be honest. It was free on PS Plus last month or 2 months ago, but I don't have PS Plus, so I didn't get to get it. So I don't think I'll probably end up beating Bloodborne. I don't know. I gotta play it and see if I like it, but I've never been a fan of those games. But Spider-Man will definitely be played and beat at some point.
Yeah. Bloodborne's awesome, but it's hard. You know, those games are all hard.
Yeah. You know me, I don't like to struggle at games too much.
Mm-hmm.
Even like in Persona 5, when I die, when I'm in a dungeon, I get kind of mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, it sets me back God knows how many. Because you can't save unless you're in a safe zone in these dungeons. So, like, sometimes I lose like 30 minutes of progress, and I'm like so frustrated. It happened like 4 times today
Oh wow.
when I was playing. But the other game that I've been playing has been Destiny 2. As I said earlier off the top of the show, I guess all of the year 1 content is free now, so you just download the game and play it. And I've been looking for that game that I continuously return to, and I was like, yeah, I'll give Destiny a shot. The thing is, it's a little bit different from Destiny 1, which I did play and beat. I don't really know what's going on, like with all of the different characters and like how the HUD works and everything like that. Like I don't know what's like a new quest that I need to do. So I need to sit down with somebody who plays Destiny and have them walk me through what is going on, because I don't know. Like I thought there was levels, but now I just see a light level. Like I know what a light level was, but there was levels on top of light levels, and I'm just kind of confused on some of the systems right now.
Uh-huh. It plays nice though. That was always what I liked. The one thing I liked about it.
Yeah, gunplay is great. I actually really enjoy like the combat. It's a lot of fun. I picked a warlock, which is kind of what I picked in Destiny 1, so I enjoy doing that for a lot of various reasons. It's more my speed for a type of character, so that's kind of what I've been dabbling with as much as I can. Other than that, like that's any free time I've had has just been sunk into Persona.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
it though for me.
Sounds good. I don't think I played anything new. I played Fortnite. I played a little bit of Mario Kart 8 online, um, but I don't think I have anything to discuss that I can think of off the top of my head.
Nothing of note.
Now, so I deleted Mario Kart Tour. I should say that.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It's just not good enough to keep playing. Unfortunately, I had really high hopes for it, and I enjoyed it at first, but there's just not enough there.
Give it a couple months for when they add
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, if I don't know, I never end up staying with mobile games for very long.
No,
I
neither
just,
do
I just get bored too quickly. So going into feedback, we got one from Idaho Jake, who says, "Hey guys, IGN's Xbox podcast just had a great interview with the developers of Outer Worlds. It got me more excited for October 26th. That night will be energy drinks and whiskey, so it'll be an entertaining night. Well, that's all I have. So have a great night." Yeah, Outer Worlds, I guess, what is it? It's a little over a week from now. A week from Friday? Tomorrow?
Yeah, we're basically a week away from Outer Worlds and COD.
Yeah. Or is it Saturday? If it's the 26th.
No,
It's
it
a
comes
Saturday.
out Friday.
Friday, okay. Yeah, I'm also really looking forward to that again. I probably wouldn't be buying it if it wasn't coming out on the Game Pass. I love that it's on the PC Game Pass too. So I can play it on my preferred platform with my preferred control style, which is keyboard and mouse. But I'm looking forward to that one too. I'm glad I'm hearing that it's not too awfully long. Like it's not 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 hours like it could
Like
potentially
20,
be.
right?
Yeah, it's 20 to 25, maybe even 30. That's probably perfect. So because I have a lot of other games going on right now. Obviously, and I'm playing Fortnite, which doesn't really have an ending. Although we should figure out what a beaten game is in Fortnite.
Ooh, is it getting a solo dub? Because
probably I
yeah,
would imagine that's probably the hardest one to win.
I'm adding
Right?
that to my list. Yeah,
Maybe that's not the hardest one to win, but I would think so. You know,
I would think because considering how bad I am at Fortnite,
well, not just that, but you can't rely on anyone else. It's just you.
me against the world.
Yeah. So well, maybe I think that's a fair. Versus, we'll have to get Corey and Eric to chime in. I know Corey's just gonna say when the credits roll, but I don't know if you can get the credits to roll in Fortnite. So
Nope, I'm adding it
I
for
would.
the time being.
I would. So yeah, I gotta do some grinding to get that solo dub. But anyway, Jake is the winner of the game giveaway. Well done, Jake.
Attaboy, Jake.
I believe I sent out his game from last week. Pretty sure I did. I am calling up the list right now. I did. Okay, so we're all caught up. All right. Go ahead and roll, Will.
All right. So, hold on. Random number generator. All right. So, number 1 is 82.
82 is Hexcel's Complete Pack. That's like a puzzle game. Hexcel's Complete Pack. Okay. Next.
Next is 122.
122 is blank. Roll again.
12.
12. Contagion. No, that's come up before. Okay.
127.
127. Blank. We got to fill in some games here.
74.
74 is Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders.
Sick.
Christie, the ABC Orders. Doesn't matter. I got enough of it.
116.
116 is gone.
This is the most blanks we've gotten.
Yeah.
85.
85 is Octodad Dadliest Catch. All right. One more.
11.
11 is gone. That was probably one of, because we got a bunch of copies of Contagion. That was probably one of them.
86.
86. Super Time Force Ultra.
The 80s held it down for us today.
Yes, they did. So, Jake, let us know what you want. It is Hexel's Complete Pack, Contagion, Agatha Christie, the ABC Orders or Murders or whatever, Octodad Dadliest Catch, and Super Time Force Ultra. I will send that out to you right away. As soon as you let us know what you want. We don't have a topic for next week, do we? We'll have to come up with something.
Yeah, we need to come up for this week and next week, and then we'll do COD and then Outer Worlds. Right?
Yeah.
So we'll come up with some good evergreen content for.
Yeah, we it's been a while since we had an evergreen episode. So Jake wants Octodad, so I will send that out as soon as we finish here.
Woo!
I'll erase it from the list. We do have to get more games into that, or at least condense the list so it's not 150 anymore. That would probably be the best option.
We should, and to add to it and whatnot. Yeah. I thought about getting this week's Humble Monthly and just putting them into the game giveaway thing because we Steam share, so it doesn't matter if you put all of those games in there anyway. I still play them.
Yeah, if you don't buy the Humble Bundle yourself, which you should absolutely do because it's $12 for great early unlocks.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the better early unlocks that I've seen.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, that'll do it for episode 429 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Will.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement.